What's up guys, Zinigami here, and I've got some questions about the Colossus, or I have some answers about how you should be working on and upgrading your Colossus in Alchemy Stars. Let's get into it. These are some questions I've gotten a few times on stream, so just wanted to put them all in the video so that way you guys could have this information all in one place. If you ever have more questions about Alchemy Stars, come by. I'm live on Twitch basically every single day playing it, and bring your questions to us. Maybe I can help you out. The order that you want to be upgrading things in the Colossus is pretty set. The bridge is always going to be the first thing you want to prioritize upgrading, because upgrading the bridge is going to allow you to get more mood, which is going to infect your character's stats, and it's also going to allow you to increase the max level of all your other upgrades. So bridge upgrade is the first thing you should upgrade. After the bridge, resource immediately, every single time. As soon as you hit the bridge, hit the resource and get that right away. Early on in the game, you can even farm additional materials for the upgrades. You can farm this material, specifically the Colossus patch, in order to upgrade your resource station right away, because this is really the main reason we want to upgrade our Colossus, the resource upgrade. So that way, whenever you go to do your resource farming, that's the stages that are going to give you a lot of character EXP, a lot of gold, Colossus material, and equipment material eventually. You're going to have much more efficient farming with a higher level, which on a segue note, you always want to farm the resource level that is as high as possible. So if you have resource level 4, you want to be clearing resource stages rank 4. As soon as you hit level 5, you want to be clearing rank 5. It's always going to be more efficient to do the highest difficulty possible of the resource stages. Your Lumina Grid is a weird thing that you're going to want to balance prioritizing. You don't actually need to get them all to max level. You just need to have your Lumina Grid gaining you enough fireflies to let you upgrade your other resources. Now there's two things your Lumina Grid gives you. The Luminas here, which is basically the max energy. This has to be high enough so that way you can actually upgrade things. And then your fireflies, which are what you're going to need to spend on each of these different materials. So you'll notice if I click on resource here, click on the upgrade button, these fireflies here, it's 97 of 200, they're going to refill over time until they hit 200, and then I can actually upgrade that resource station. So your Lumina Grid, you only need enough to get you enough energy to get the upgrades you need. Once eventually you're able to upgrade the workshop, you're actually able to turn trash old materials that you don't need. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. You're able actually to change trash materials into fireflies, so you don't even need to make that many Lumina Grids. You're gonna go to Colossus materials, and you're able to things like Colossus patch. I have a ton of Colossus patches that I have nothing else to do. If I want to make an upgrade right now, that 200 energy upgrade you saw earlier, I would just turn 103 of these into fireflies and then buy that upgrade right away. So you only need as many Lumina Grids as the maximum Lumina that you need to get your other upgrades. After the resource, the next priority is going to be the Prism Pillar, because a Prism Pillar is going to allow you to gain more stamina, more prisms per hour. So Prism Pillar is going to be the next thing you want to prioritize right after resource. And after that, we actually want to upgrade our dispatch, because our dispatch is going to allow us to gain more premium currency. The more attempts you can do, the more premium currency you can get. You're going to want to do, make sure you just auto select and see how many of the bonus prisms you're able to get. The Lumambers, that's a top priority. They also are a good way to gain evolution materials for our characters, ascension materials for your characters. So pick the missions that are going to give you the most useful ones. Occasionally, you'll also be able to see furniture here. So pay attention to what you actually get. If there's furniture there, you want to prioritize getting furniture. Now, one other thing with the dispatch, your Lumina Grids are going to allow you to deploy characters to them. After a certain point, when your energy is no longer important to you, when you don't need to gain energy, when you are getting bottlenecked on other things, like right now, I have everything max upgraded, and I cannot upgrade any further until I finally beat stage 814. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just remove everybody from my deployments in the Lumina Grid, because the only thing deploying in the Lumina Grid does is gains you more fireflies per hour, and a very small percent. You notice that it's only 10% fireflies per hour here, each character giving you 5% fireflies per hour. The reason you don't want to actually keep people in the Lumina Grid is because having characters in the Lumina Grid will not allow them, or really having characters working anywhere in the Colossus, will not allow them to be used for dispatch. So if you want to gain as many Lumambers as possible, which we all do, we want to remove characters from jobs and have them work in this instead. You'll notice now that with the new characters I have, I can get 13 out of 15 instead of 11 out of 15. Now that's only 2 increase there, but on the higher difficulty missions, the 5 and even 6-star missions, you're able to get up to 30 plus Lumambers at once. And that can be a difference of 5 or even 10 Lumambers if you have the right characters available for you. So we don't want characters working the Lumina Grid if we can at all help it. Again, bridge first, resource, prism, Lumina Grids to upgrade as much as you need, dispatch after that, and then we have the last 3 squares, the Starlight, the Exploration, and the Workshop. The Workshop you only need to upgrade to level 4. Right now in Alchemy Stars, I was about to call it some Genshin terms, you never need to upgrade your Workshop to level 5. Upgrading the Workshop to level 5 actually just gives you more atomic reagent storage and more atomic reagents per hour, which is not going to be a bottleneck for you. The bottleneck is just going to be farming the materials you actually need to use these reagents for. So whenever you've got the spare time when you're a late game, you can upgrade that Workshop to level 5, but you really just don't need to for most of the game. Exploration is also something you don't need to prioritize, because what Exploration gives you is more MS, which is what is used for the secret territory. Now, if you have a decent team, you should be able to clear the secret territory with many moves to spare. Your extra moves are not really going to be valuable here, and the only thing Exploration gives you is more MS, which will eventually get turned into text fragments, and the rate at which they get turned into text fragments are very, very bad. Just being able to clear the secret territory, if you can get through all 5 floors, you are able to buy more than you would need out of the secret shop. So Exploration, you can just leave it at level 1 even. Starlight is something that a lot of people leave at level 1, but I would say you want to raise this up eventually, and that is because it gives you more Hearthstones per hour and Heartstones per hour. And Heartstones are something you're going to be using in order to limit break your characters. So this one, it's a lower priority, but still higher priority than the Exploration, and equal or higher priority for me than the Workshop. The Workshop, you get it to level 4 and you can sit it there, but you don't need to get it to level 4 until you're at the point where you are trying to get Ascension 2/Ascension 3 materials for your characters. While you're still working on Ascension 2 characters, farming those materials are going to be more efficient. Ascension 3 materials are when the drop rates get so low, you basically have to upgrade materials from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 in order to max out your characters. Anyways, those are how you should be upgrading your Colossus, what order you should be upgrading them in. If you have any other questions, please, once again, come by on Twitch, guys. I wouldn't be here without you. I hope that you found these Alchemy Star videos useful. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay beautiful.